Welcome back to my little shop. Today I'm going to be hanging this double bit for y'all. Got this handle that I got from a guy on Facebook, Mark Didek. Love his handles. They're fantastic. So let me get started. A lot of people draw it out inside the eye. I have found personally that I can never get the pencil to line up correctly. But what I'm looking at, and I'll bring y'all over here shortly, is I'm just looking down the eye to the handle, and I can see where light's showing through and where light's not showing through, and it's telling me where I need to take material off. Okay, hopefully y'all can see what I'm talking about. You see where light's shining through and where there's no light shining. Well, there's no light shining on those areas. I need to remove material so that I can get the head to start sliding on. Okay, the tools that I'm going to be using today, of course, have a nice vise to hold your piece, or you can clamp it down to a workbench or a table. I'm going to be using a Shinto. I was told by multiple people to give the Shinto a try, and I love it. I'm going to be using a 4-in-1. I've used it quite a bit. It has flat, coarse, and smooth, and rounded, coarse, and smooth. And I want to thank Dapper Doughboy for his live the other day. I use a card scraper all the time to remove lacquer from handles and to reshape like hammer handles and things of that nature. And I never, for the life of me, thought about using it to help shape the handle to fit the head. Thank you. I'm going to give it a shot today. So let's get started. Again, I'm just removing material from the center portion. I can feel as I'm going over it that there's a dip here, so I'm going to just focus on this portion here, get it started. Flip it over and do the same thing to the other side and see where the fit's at. It's a shame that the microphone died. I'm going to have to do voiceover. Here I'm just getting the handle or the axe head started onto the handle. I'm going to tap it in so that when I hit it a little bit harder in a second, it doesn't fall off and break my toe. Checking to make sure everything looks good before I seat that handle in a little bit. It's a shame that the audio didn't work because it's such a satisfying sound, and you can actually hear when the handle is no longer moving, the pitch changes. Checking to make sure the bits are in line with the handle, and now I'm checking to see what type of light and fitment I've got. The bottom of it, I've got contact all the way around, which is a good thing. Here I'm just showing where the axe head was making contact with the handle. All of the darker marks is where it was imprinted and touching the handle, and where you need to remove material. So I'm just removing material here so that I can get the axe head to slide further down the handle. I repeated this process multiple times. Remove a little bit of material, fit the head, remove more material and fit the head. Here I'm just checking, sending the handle home down into the eye. I'm checking for gaps on the bottom. I'm checking the alignment and looking to see if I still have any light shining through. I attempt to show y'all that everything is lining up properly. Take your time, do it slowly, don't get in a hurry. I think I probably spent a couple of hours fitting the head and hanging this for y'all. And it's super tight. I had difficulty trying to get the head off every single time. Thankfully, the bit wasn't sharp yet because it fell off multiple times when I was banging on it. Gouged the concrete floor and gouged that bench a few times before I realized, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the dog bed and hit the head off into the bed. Here I'm just showing where the head is touching the handle. There are some lighter spots where you can tell it's not touching. So you remove material where it is touching and you don't remove material where it's not. I'm getting really close to getting it fit. You can still see I've got some contact. I want to sink in another 1/2 inch or so. So I'm going to switch over to the file card and start sneaking up on it. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and thin out the handle with the file card. So could I be doing this with power tools? Definitely could. But this, for me anyways, is relaxing and therapeutic. And that's why I enjoy doing it. That's why I enjoy doing tool restorations and vise restorations, is because it's almost meditative for me. Just going to remove a little bit. I've already been working on this for a couple of hours. Try to remove a little bit, see if I can get it down to where I want, and then I'm going to reprofile the handle because it's a little thick for my liking. And that's cool. I like that about Mark's handles, because he sends them to you a little thick, so you can have them thick if you want, or you can reshape them. So it would help if I had my glasses on and I could actually see what I'm doing. Of course, you can feel it, but why not use all your senses? Or the ones that you need anyways. I'm not going to be tasting it. But I can definitely feel, with a file card, I can feel the handle and the contours of the handle much better than I could with the rasp. I could feel the transitions. I can feel where they change. I can feel where I need to take off material. I can feel this hump. Okay, I think I am just about there. Getting it shaped nicely. Trying to sneak up on the fit. So let's see. Got rid of my mark whenever I was shaping, but got some heartwood right here, so I know that this is the side with the wording for the axe head. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be nice. No gaps. Yeah, teeny tiny one right there. I don't think y'all will be able to see it, but very, very, very small gap right there. I'm still new at hanging axes. It's probably, I've only done a handful. This may be my 5th one. If I had, I'd have to go back and count, but it's looking really good. Nice and straight down the handle. I got that teeny tiny gap right there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Get this back off, and I'm going to finish thinning out the handle. He wants me to attempt and do laser engraving on this handle, and I'm really new at the laser engraving, so I'm not going to video that. But yeah, I think this is going to look killer. It's going to look good. I have got the handle shaped. The card scraper worked really well to do that. I will hit this with probably 320 and then a 400 grit sandpaper. And then, like I said, I'm going to try to do a laser engraving on it for my friend. After that, I will do a burn and a stain on it, and then I'll be ready to hang it. I appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned, because it's not done yet.